as a person, as a once child who is healing myself as an adult for the purpose of being better for my own sons, I have to recognize that my behavior or my behavior in the past was negatively affecting them. I take things from my childhoods of friends, other family, and I use that as a way to do things different in my life, in my children's life. Now, this isn't to put myself up on any kind of pedestal. This is just me, and in my way, and on my time, giving you my perspective. So I'm going to send those 3 screenshots, like I said. You can read them or you don't have to. And I'm going to send this. And I'm also going to share something that I wrote a while ago. I don't even know what year, honestly. But I'm just going to read this part. I would hear her speak about all these exciting and magical memories, like she was imagining the movie reel in her mind as a child. It was fascinating to hear and see an unusual spark and happiness that she didn't possess in this timeline now. Back to the city we went, the arch in view. She was always finding her way back to the city that made her feel so free and alive all those years ago. From shows at the Fox that made me feel like royalty, to drives around the city pointing out old apartments and hangout spots. The city and those memories lit this spark in her I feel she never achieved while being my mother. Once I came, the party was over, and the pain and trauma began. Some in the hands of my own father. Not that I was the start of all her pain and trauma, but she felt she had an obligation to me, and a sacrifice was made. A choice was made. Living a life she didn't choose but felt forced to live. Sad, really. Like my existence crushed all her dreams. Logical, practical, structured were foreign words to her dreamer soul. She wanted more from life. Change. So heartbroken over the past that we can't neglect the present moment, and all the trauma spills all over others. A domino effect that's not a game, but survival. Living and learning to survive with the heaviness of the ones before us. They call that generational trauma. I call it a challenge because it stops with me. 9:19 p.m. It's a girl. Even seconds after birth, all eyes were on me. All of them teetering on the edge of protection and control. Who will she become? What will she achieve? How can we stop her? It's like they knew the light had been born and they were all trying to find ways to drain it. This all feels like lifetimes ago. It feels like I'm writing as if she's already gone. And in most moments, I feel like she already is gone. Gone from my reality and timeline, but not gone from my memories. A wave of sadness and bliss as I reflect come over me. Memories that burn so deeply in my mind. Some would look at my story from the outside and ask what's wrong with me, because it looks or looked picture perfect. But they didn't live inside that glass house. I did. Years of ups and downs, highs and lows, overheard conversations about everybody else but their own lives, not taking accountability for their own trauma and actions and projections. It became quite sad over the years watching traditions and family disappear, friends obsolete. It's like people being around revealed their flaws and combined with alcohol and bitterness showed the true pain they carried inside, unhealed. They wanted to be up on a pedestal, flawless, and that had not been earned. Just because you have more zeros in your bank account doesn't make you better than others. You can't take money with you when you leave, but you do take your soul. I'm feeding my soul at this point in my life, and to have removed a lot of people, but from different reasons and maybe even the same goal, peace. But peace can't truly be received if we are not going within. Sweeping pain under the rug has not got us nowhere in life, but chained to the past, and I refuse to let that trauma consume me. I never once said you were bad parents. But one thing we can all agree on is that you checked out and you went with the motions and did what you felt was right, but the lack of emotional connection in that house combined with an over-controlled mother was always a ticking time bomb. Can you hear me now? Am I coming in clear? Sometimes the signal up here is spotty. I need you to hear me this time, because the clock keeps ticking and the days keep getting shorter, and so does my patience. As time goes by, I only believe more and more that I have made the right decision. My journey has paved the way for change and acceptance, forgiving but never forgetting that letting people in, or better said, letting the wrong people in, can cause years of holding oneself back from peace. I hope this message is received well, and I hope you're well.